Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third lecture. And this lecture is primarily based on the listening skills. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, skills are your potentials that are reshaped, that are improved, and that are practiced. So as far as any skill is concerned, we need to practice it. For example, if you start learning how to drive a car, so you will soon become a good driver, but it will take you years in learning road experience. And even after, if you start driving after 40 years, you will be able to drive it because you have acquired that skill. The girls who are in kitchen, they know how to cook. I bet that not on the very first day you had a very good results in your cooking. And those who were driving or who were learning how to drive, they never learned on their first day perfectly, or they did not master their driving skills on the very first day. So skills need to be practiced. In language we have listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. So these skills are important because these skills make what you really are, or make you what you really want to become. So for a good communication, for a good communicator, the good level of these skills is mandatory. So today we are going to talk about the listening skills. So the difference between listening and hearing is that hearing involves the vibration of sound wave on our eardrums and the firing of electrochemical impulses from the inner ear to the central auditory system of the brain. But listening involves paying close attention to and making sense of what we hear and whatever is said to us. Roast in 2002 said that although both hearing and listening involve sound perception, the difference in term reflects a degree of intention. So here intention means your willingness to perceive a sound and understand it. Listening और hearing का जो बुनियादी फ़र्क है वो यही है कि कोई भी आवाज़ जो हमारे कानों में आ रही है, पंखा चल रहा है तो उसका शोर है, कोई दूर टीवी चल रहा है तो उसका शोर है, गली में कोई गुजर रहा है उसका शोर है, कहीं पे कोई चीज़ गिरी उसका शोर है, ये सारे शोर हमारे कानों में आ रहे हैं, लेकिन हम उन पे तवज्जो नहीं दे रहे क्योंकि हम उस पे तवज्जो देना नहीं चाह रहे, हमारी इंटेंशन नहीं है. सो द इंटेंशन इज द मेन थिंग दैट makes us realize that we want to focus on something. तो जो आपका focus है basically that guarantees listening. Rabikal in 1993 brought to the fact the importance of the listening skill. So according to the writer, listening is a fundamental language skill, but it is often ignored by foreign and second language teachers. So why is this so? We do ignore the listening process. Like we are more prone towards teaching, speaking, presenting, communicating, but we forget the very essential and important ingredient of the communication, that is listening. God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So that means that we should more care for listening and less for speaking. There are several types of listening. Primarily, the most important types of listening are global listening and discrete listening. Rest of the types should be learned for the sake of examination, but primarily we are more experiencing the global listening and discrete listening. So let's see what are these things. So first of all, global listening. So global listening is listening for gist. Like you want to extract the main information from what is said. So people speak and they have a lot to say, but when we are narrating whatever they have said, we just point out the main thing communicated by them. So this is called gist. यानी उस चीज़ का क्रक्स जो मेन इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स थे उस बात के, उन चीज़ों को अंडरस्टैंड करना. हम पूरी कन्वर्सेशन को सुनते हैं और हम उसका एक थीम डेवलप कर लेते हैं. तो वो जो थीम है बेसिकली हम उस थीम से आइडिया लगा लेते हैं कि इनफैक्ट बात क्या हो रही है. बट फॉर दिस यू नीड टू हैव एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द टॉपिक की एक्सपर्टीज ज़रूरी है. फॉर एग्जांपल इफ़ यू लाइक come from somewhere to your home and then you see your family, they're discussing politics, and you know what politics is, and you know there are some political parties who are at daggers head, लड़ रहे हैं और उनकी गुफ्तगू हो रही है, debates हो रही हैं, election हो रहे हैं. So you are familiar with the environment. So गुफ्तगू थोड़ी सी होगी, you will get an idea कि what are they talking about, उनका main emphasis क्या है. So ये मेजर इसलिए हम इसको यूज करते हैं to get the theme of the conversation. So global listening helps in that. On the other hand, discrete listening, as the word discrete says, individual. So this is listening for detail. So we want to know the details of what is happening. For example, there are certain announcements at the railway station, railway platform, at the airport. So you need to be very cautious about that. आप एक वर्ड सुनते हो उसका कि प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर ना मिस हो जाए, ट्रेन जो है वही वाली जिसमें मैं जा रहा हूँ, टाइम मिस ना हो जाए, और अल्लाह माफ़ी दे जिसमें फौतगी के ऐलान होते हैं, देयर इज अ डेथ अनाउंसमेंट. सो वी आर वेरी कीन लिसनर अबाउट दैट. सो वी शुड नो हु डाइड एंड व्हाट इज द टाइम ऑफ फ्यूनरल. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स हम शुरू से लेके एंड तक एक एक वर्ड के हवाले से उसमें यानी अब्जॉर्व कर लेते हैं उस चीज़ को अपने अंदर. सो दिस इज डिस्क्रीट लिसनिंग के अनलाइक ग्लोबल लिसनिंग के इन विच वी नीड टू नो द थीम, इसमें वी नीड टू नो द डिटेल. इफ वी मिस द डिटेल्स वी मिस अ लॉट, हमारा नुकसान हो जाता है उसमें. थर्ड इज एम्फेटिक लिसनिंग. नाउ एम्फेटिक लिसनिंग इज वन ऑफ द गुड हैबिट्स ऑफ सक्सेसफुल पीपल and a good communicator too. Emphatic listening, the word emphatic comes from emphasis. If a person is talking to you, so the emphatic listening demands that you should listen to him, showing your consideration level, and then after, when he is finished, you should repeat what he has said, and then you should add your own commentary that should satisfy him कि okay, मैं जिससे अपना catharsis करने आया था, मेरा catharsis हो गया, तो उसका एम पूरा हो गया. अगर आप उसको इग्नोर कर देते हैं, ठीक है यार, ठीक हो जाएगा, सब सही होगा, सो दिस इज नॉट व्हाट ही केम फॉर. ही नोज दिस रियली वेरी वेल. वो आपके पास इसलिए आया था कि ही वांटेड यू टू से समथिंग, टू लाइक ही वांटेड यू टू कम अप टू द लेवल वेयर ही इज स्टैंडिंग. सो ही वांटेड यू टू स्टेप इनटू हिज शू. तो अगर आप स्टेप इनटू हिज शू करना चाह रहे हैं तो उसके लिए आपको उसकी बातों को रिपीट करना पड़ेगा, उसकी एक समरी बयान करनी पड़ेगी when he is done. So this is emphatic listening. Then we have appreciative listening. Now this is a kind of listening that we are never ready to, because we never appreciate. We are more jealous of the people, and we are very like we are far away from appreciating the people. So appreciative listening is that when you are listening, you are appreciating them. And whatever the content they're saying, you're looking at the brighter side of the picture. Even if the person is hostile to you or is your opponent, one should be looking at this thing कि शायद उसमें कोई positive points available. Comprehensive listening is that you need to listen to everything so that you may be able to reproduce it. आप किसी चीज़ को सुन रहे हो ताकि आप इस चीज़ को अच्छी तरह समझ सको, बयान कर सको. आपको टास्क दिए जाते हैं, आप उन टास्क को सुनते हो, फिर उन पे अमल करते हो. सो दैट इज कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लिसनिंग. क्रिटिकल लिसनिंग इज कि यू नीड टू लिसन टू द होल डॉक्यूमेंट और द होल स्टोरी सेड बाय द पर्सन, एंड देन यू हैव टू critically analyze what is said. So you're being critical when you are listening. No, being critical doesn't mean that you're being negatively critical. You're being critical, that means कि आप उसके अच्छे points भी देख रहे हो, बुरे points भी देख रहे हो, जिसको आप बाद में share करोगे. And then biased listening, we talked about it before in second lecture. Biased listening is कि whatever your point of view is, I am not concerned. जब आप बोलोगे, I'll be putting my point of view, I'll be making a counter argument. So this is biased listening. I am listening to you, but I'm not willing to listen to you. ये biased listening में आता है. Discriminative listening, in which we discriminate between the commands, the task set. हम अपने जहन में सब यानी खाका बनाते रहते हैं, जिसमें हम चीज़ों को ग्रुप वाइज स्कैटर करते रहते हैं कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ़ इट इज़ सेड के दो काम दिए जाएंगे, एक काम मिस्टर ए का है, एक काम मिस्टर बी का है. ए इस तरह इस काम को अंजाम देगा, बी इस तरह करेगा. तो दैट मीन्स कि वी आर मेकिंग अ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन. ओके, दिस टास्क इज नॉट मेंट फॉर बी एंड दैट टास्क इज नॉट मेंट फॉर ए. So A will do his own task and B will do her own task in this way. Evaluative listening, like what we do as teachers when we are in classroom and when the students are presenting. So we have certain criteria. Basically, we check the confidence, content, and communication. 3 C's are important for presentation. We evaluate, or all the teachers or any evaluator evaluates on these things. There are certain more things, the use of body language or all the things we have already discussed, वो सब भी इसमें होती है. तो हम evaluate करते हैं कि whatever you are saying, हम एक evaluator की नज़र से उसको सुन रहे हैं, and then we will be giving our responses. Now all these things from 1 to 9, ये सारे के सारे, these are they may be different in types, but they are listening. Like आपको गौर करना पड़ेगा, आप हर चीज़ को गौर से सुन रहे हो. आपने कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव सुनना है, आपने अप्रिशिएटिव सुनना है, यू नीड टू बी एम्फैटिक, डिस्क्रीट सुनना है, बट सुनना गौर से. सो दिस इज व्हाट द मेन क्रक्स इज. So there may be several causes for the poor listening. That can be poor physical environment, like noisy है place, disruption बहुत ज़्यादा है, disturbance है वहाँ पे, like it is excessive heat or cold environment where you are sitting. There are distracting movements, like you are unable to focus on listening something while you see certain distracting movements in front of you. Or if the room is overcrowded. So even this happens, ke all the time we have at least 30 to 40 students in a room. So someone is busy in doing something. So in this way, the presenter or teacher, they are liable to be distracted. So ये चीज़ें वो हैं जो कि there are external factors, but these external factors undermine your listening comprehension. You're talking to someone and the person who's listening to you is busy with his mobile phone. So that shows के अब वो उसकी तवज्जो दोनों तरफ है. ये वो चीज़ें हैं जो कि external factors आपकी उसके ऊपर असरअंदाज हो रहे हैं. And the speaker's technique, gestures or mannerisms which distract or annoy, like if some speakers, they are giving such gestures, they have such mannerism जो कि आपको उनके appearance की तरफ लेके आए या किसी और तरफ लेके चला जाए, but that is not necessarily on what he is saying. So आपकी तवज्जो speech से हट के उसके acts पे हो जाती है. For example, sometimes when we are presenting, our behavior is very clumsy. हम बड़े ridiculous behave कर रहे होते हैं. So people then notice how we are behaving. They're no more listening to us. Our pronunciation matters. हम गलत बोल रहे हैं तो लोग उस लफ्ज़ को पकड़ लेते हैं, and that really matters a lot. Once people start noticing that you don't know or the pronunciation or you have a bad pronunciation, तो फिर उस चीज़ में उनका interest dissolve हो जाता है. आपकी voice quality poor है, आपकी voice quality पे आपका control नहीं है, you have like wrong tone use कर रहे हैं आप, your pitch is either very high or very low, your volume is sometimes too loud, or sometimes extremely inaudible. So all these things are creating hindrance in listening. And then speakers' message, like content or vocabulary, too easy or too difficult. For example, if someone starts talking to you about the creation of Pakistan, so this is a topic you have been listening to before and thousand of time. So you like, अब आपको इसमें इंटरेस्ट डेवलप कराने के लिए एक कंटेंट को डिफरेंट बनाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि टॉपिक बहुत पुराना है, आप इसको बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं. अगर टॉपिक बहुत इजी है या बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, दोनों सूरतों में द ऑडियंस लूजेस द इंटरेस्ट. सो व्हेन पीपल स्टॉप लिसनिंग टू यू, so you cannot expect a feedback level from them. Last but not the least, we have strategies. Now these strategies are there to improve the listening skills. So, like I already said that every skill demands practice. So we need to practice these strategies in order to become an effective listener or good listener. For example, first of all is getting the main idea from the introduction. So if some speaker is coming to talk to you on some topic, you should beforehand have some idea about the topic, so that you are at familiarity level at least with the content, if not with the speaker. तो आपको कुछ idea होना चाहिए introduction के हवाले से या किसी topic की beginning के हवाले से. And then using an outline to take notes. Do take notes whenever you're listening to someone, especially in the lectures. If the teacher is teaching you, you may not be having enough time to keep the writing pace with him, but at least you should be making your codes, your you can take as much of the notes as you can. Or on the other hand, you can record the lecture, you can use technology. So that will remain as an asset with you people. Like for example, research says that average retention rate of human being is 20 minutes. So we start forgetting what was said before 20 minutes. So we should start taking notes. We should make it a habit. Then we should listen for definitions. So every good speaker defines something. So we should pay attention to the definition. We should write those definitions with us. So definitions are like quotable quotations, जिनको सुन के पढ़ के हमें याद हो जाता है कि इस चीज़ की बारे में क्या बताया गया. And then listening for the supporting details, we don't only have to focus on the topic. Here we are mostly mistaken. For example, if the slides are played or displayed in the classroom, students keep noting the headings, but they do forget the supporting details. Those supporting details matter a lot. We don't only have to listen to the main headings or main theme of a speaker. We also have to pay attention to the supporting details too. And then we have to listen for the solution to the problem. Like we don't have to listen to the problems to create more problems. We should be listening in a way that after that catharsis of the person ends, we need to give a plausible problem that may be available. So that needs constant and very attentive listening. Then using keywords to take notes. So you can take notes in your mind, like you can categorize the topics alphabetically or whatever is easy for you. If not, you can write your notes with it. You can write your coded language. You can learn shorthand for that thing. In any way, you can make your own transcription. Then using abbreviation and symbol to take notes. Yes, this is very good thing. For example, when I learned the phonetic transcription, I tried noting that discussion in that transcription. So that was initially difficult, but you people can take some different methods. So you can use symbols, you can use abbreviations. If you're not willing to write the complete word, you can write the beginning letters, you can write abbreviation of them, so that memorizing that may become easy, or after that when you are reviewing it, you can remember the main thing said by the speaker. And then getting rid of distractions. Whenever we are listening to someone, we should leave all those things which are creating distraction. For example, our mobile phones. For example, such an environment where we feel distraction or we feel distracted. And then we should be an active listener. Like, we should not be passive in a way. A passive listener never pays attention. He is listening, but he's not listening with the aim of giving a feedback. So an active listener always listens carefully, and an active listener gives proper feedback. And this is how to become an active listener. So for being an active listener, you need to pay attention, and you should allow the other person to speak. To speak as much as the other person wants to speak. Then withhold judgment, and you don't have to jump right in between when he is speaking. Hold your horses, keep your patience, and then when he is done, and then it's your cue or your time to speak. Reflect. Repeat what you are hearing to stay engaged in the conversation. To stay engaged in the conversation, you need to repeat, because that will make the other person feel that you are attentive. And for that आपने करना कुछ नहीं है. आप जो बंदा आपसे बात कर रहा है, आपने उसकी गुफ्तगू में से एक दो sentences को, छोटे sentences को repeat कर देना है. So that makes him realize कि okay, yes, you are there. Then clarify, ask questions. If there is something with the speaker or किसी distraction की वजह से या किसी भी हवाले से, if you could not listen to anything properly, so further at the end, when the topic ends, when the speaker ends, you can ask questions politely. कि ये चीज़ again बता दें please. उससे क्या होगा? You will be able to be in better position to give the feedback. And then you have to summarize, restate key points. When the speaker is done with the speaking, and you don't have to ask any question, you have understood everything, then make a summary of it. अब ये जो summary है ना, ये जो भी speaker होगा, ये उसको एक तरह से realize कराएगा कि yes, you know everything. You have listened to everything, each and every detail perfectly. And he will be contented कि मैंने जो कहा इसको समझ आ गई. अब आपकी ये जो communication थी, ये effective रही. तो this summary और the conclusion, ये वो चीज़ है जिसको miss कर देते हैं. हम किसी भी ऐसे कैंड में सिर्फ ये लिख देते हैं कि to conclude we can say honesty is the best policy. To conclude we can say that we should speak truth. No. हर ऐसे के एंड में जो कंक्लूजन है वो उस पूरे ऐसे की एक समरी है. आपने इस तरह बताना है कि भाई ऊपर हम क्या क्या बातें करके आए हैं, ये सारी बातें ऊपर हो चुकी है. So that is proper conclusion. And in the end, share, introduce your ideas and suggestions. So when you're done with the summary, अब ये summary उस चीज़ की जो कि उसने बताया था आपको, अब आप उसकी बातों की summary उसको बता रहे हो. And then you will share your own point of views. You will give your ideas and your suggestions. Believe you me, जब आप इस तरह की पूरी इस एक्टिव लिसनर बन के स्टार्ट से गुजरेंगे, तो आपके उस आइडियाज़ को और सजेशन को वेलकम किया जाएगा. पीपल विल सल्यूट इट. एंड last but not the least, another very good activity to improve listening skills is Chinese whisper. So Chinese whisper एक story telling और एक whispering होती है कि टीचर एक पूरे ग्रुप में से किसी एक के कान में कोई बात कहता है. अब वो बात विस्पर होगी हर एक के कान में. तो एक बच्चा दूसरे बच्चे के कान में, दूसरा तीसरे बच्चे के कान में, इससे वो विस्पर चलेगा. At the end of the activity, we will see what happens to it. So most of the time you will realize कि वो complete information जो है वो change हो चुकी है. Altogether, sometimes वो opposite information बन चुकी होती है. So that means कि हमें उस पे अपनी listening को improve करना है, ताकि हम जिस चीज़ को जैसा सुने वैसा reproduce करने के काबिल बने. So this was about communication skills from my side. Thank you very much. Hope you learnt a lot. कोई suggestions हो तो ये भी आप दे सकते हैं. इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और बेल आइकन को भी क्लिक कर लें. I hope to give you certain very good lectures on English language and literature in coming days, inshallah. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.